code structure that we are going to follow right now. So basically, I'll be creating one component, and the name of component will be A. I will be creating another component that will be the children of A. That component will be B. Then I will be creating another component C that will be the children of B, right? Like this. So in total, I have three components. B is the children of A and C is the children of B. So this is what we have to achieve right now. So in the source, I'm getting a folder components. And here I'm getting a.jsx and b.jsx and c.jsx. Three components I'm having. So I'll quickly write like this, and I'll just copy. And I'll paste it here in the B. So instead of A, I'll write B over here and B over here also. And here I'll write C over here and C over here also. Yeah. So I have these three components. Now, what I will, as I told you, that component A will be using component B, right? So component A will use the component B. So A will import the B. So here I'll write import B. And after this, I will use the B component, and B will be using C. So I will go in the component B, and here I will import the component C. Yeah. So here I will import component C. So A is using B and B is using C. So and app is using A, right? So app will not show all these things. So I have another component that is app. So the app is using component A, right? And here I will write one heading H1, let's say app. And I'll remove other things. And I'll start the React application with command npm run and dev. Yeah. So if you see, so right now, what happened? A is using B, right? And B is using C. And I have one more component that is app, actually. So that app is using A, right? So app is using component A. So this is your entire application right now. And we have nested components, right? Localhost 5173 over here. And yeah, we are able to see all of them. Any doubts till now? App A, but oh, where is B? I'm not able to see B. Okay, B should return B over here, and C should return C. So A, B. Okay.
No.
Okay. So B, we haven't written like this, right? So I just imported. I'm not using it. Yeah. So ABC, it's over here, right? So any doubts till now?
No.
Okay. Now let's see what's the problem. Let us suppose, guys, I have a state in the component app. In the component app, I'm having a state over here. I'll import something from React. What I will import? Use state. So component app is having one state. Let's say the state is name and equals to use state, and default value is Ashish, right? Yeah. So this is the component. Component A is having one state name, and that is having value Ashish, right? But I wanted to use this state in component C. How can we do it? I wanted to use this particular state that is present in app component in component C, right? So I need that value over here. So how I will do it right now? Anyone? Okay. So component, you know that every component can take some prop, right? So this value name, first we have to pass from app to A, because only parent can pass to the children, right? This cannot directly pass it to the B. So first from app you have to pass this value as a prop to B, then sorry A, then A will take that value and pass it to the B in the prop, then B will take the same value and pass it to the C in the prop, right? Means who is the children of app? A. So you can pass data only to the A. So app will forward this value to the A. Then A will forward this value to the component B. And then component B will forward the value to the component C. You can see. This is how we'll do it, right?
Yeah.
So let's do it. So component A will take one prop and the prop is, let's say, name. Component B will also take one prop name. Component C will also take one prop name. And whatever name the C will get, a C will show the name over here. But A also need this prop, B also need this prop. Okay. So app is passing the prop that, hey, name will be equals to this. So app is giving the value to the A and A will give the value to the B, right? And B will give the value to the C. And then finally C will show it over the UI. So now I got the value that is present in the component app in the component C. But you can see, guys, this is a simple state. But what if you have thousands of, not thousands, you can say 10 or 20 number of states, and you have like more bunch of components, right? Maybe there is some other components like this, the hierarchies like this. Then can you assume that how much complex it is to pass the data actually from one component to another, right? So this problem is known as props drilling. This particular problem is known as uh, props drilling. The props drilling is the passing data from parent to children again and again and again. So this is known as props drilling, and it is not useful when an application is so much big, because it will become very hectic for you to pass the states here and there and take care and manage the states. So state management will become very difficult for you. Uh, so this is one problem, props drilling, right? And in order to solve this problem, two solutions are there. One is known as context API and another one is known as Redux, and they both works on the same logic. So today we'll be learning about context API. Once we will learn little part of backend, then we'll be learning about Redux also, right? That's the funda. So these two are the solutions for your problem. So we'll be today learning about context API. So any doubt what is props drilling, and these two things will solve them. Can
Yeah.
we go ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now let's understand, okay, Ashish, how the props drilling work, right? So you can assume, guys, you can assume these are some houses. Let's say app is one house, A is one house, B is one house, and C is one house. So uh, app is having this, let's say this is one box, right? So app is having this box right now in his house. And if app wants to share this, so app will share this to house of A, then A will share that same box to the house of B, and B will share the same box to the house of C. But why not if I create a common store? Let's say all these houses are having one common store, right? Where they can store something. And all of these were having access to that store. So why not I will just create that value inside the store, and whenever anyone needs this particular value, they can take it from the store, right? Something like this. So I can create a store. In that particular store, I'm going to store this value, and anyone can access that value from this store, right? Funda. So this store is known as Redux. This is a solution that Redux provides you. Redux allows you to create one store actually, and in that store you can add all your values, and then you can give the permissions that which all components can read this store, and then they can read the values directly from there, right? But today we'll be learning about context API. So context API works on also on the same logic, but in a slight different way. So context API will basically tell you, okay, um, it will also create, it will not actually create a store, but it will create a wrapper. Let's say there are some values, and you know that, okay, all these states or all these values will be shared by these four components. So you are not going to create those state inside any of the component. Like right now, I know that this name has to be used by all these components. So I will not create name in a specific component. I will create a wrapper around them. Let's say these are the four components, and I will create one wrapper around them. And this wrapper that we created This wrapper is known as context. So I created one small context around all the components, and this particular context will be holding all these states. So this context will be holding all these states, and whenever any components needs the state, they have to take it from their context.